Session 7, Post-Enrollment Services and Sales. Earlier in this course, we referred to this as the fourth sale. For some reason, this phase of the sales process is vastly underrated and underutilized. The account you just enrolled can be the source of renewal income and new sales revenue for the lifetime of your career if you manage it correctly. If you are working in a paper environment, here are the steps, and they will be discussed one slide at a time. You must orchestrate events because nothing happens automatically. Each step should be managed, scripted, and orchestrated just as closely as the first three phases of the sales process. Take the paperwork to payroll. I always like to take the payroll deduction cards and other paperwork directly to payroll myself. I want to confirm one more time when the first deductions are going to start and what should happen when the first bill arrives. Provide duplicates for personnel. If you think it is necessary, make a copy of everything for the personnel department. This is always a good relationship building activity. Applications to carriers. This is an obvious step, but we include it on our checklist of things to do in this phase. Be available at first billing time. My instructions to the payroll department were to call when the first bill arrives and then put the bill in a drawer until I get there to review it with him or her. The payment of the first bill is one of the most critical times of your new case, and billing statements can seem complex until they are explained. If you are working in an electronic environment, your interaction with the employer and with the carrier you're using will be somewhat different. Electronic enrollment and billing processes, while essentially the same, can take many forms. In some cases, a carrier representative will contact your group to set up electronic billing. In others, you may have a greater role to play. The point is, processes may vary depending on the carrier you're working with, necessitating changes on your part in how and when you interact with the employer. The bottom line is to make sure you understand the process you're working with and always stay in touch with the employer each step of the way to assure that there is no confusion on the employer's part. Don't deliver policies. You most likely already know this, but it is not necessary to deliver policies in this market. They are mailed directly to the policy owner's home. Set up new employee next enrollment. You should also have a conversation with the decision makers about how new employees are going to have the benefits communicated to them and they should enroll. Remind them that you will conduct an annual re-enrollment each year of all of the employees. Establishing this now, a year out from when it is to take place, will also help to reduce any sales resistance when the time comes. Report results to employer. The employer wants their decision to offer the voluntary plans reinforced as a good business decision. Let them know that the employees were interested enough to spend their own money on the programs being offered. It bears repeating that re-enrollments can be the source of renewal income and new sales revenue for the lifetime of your career, if you manage it correctly.